I'm Chili Phil, and this is Phil the Burn. Tonight I'm going to try to eat two pink hornets. They're grown by Jason Beard. Not quite sure what they're crossed with. I mean, they got a little stinger. I'm thinking they're probably like a scorpion pepper, maybe a primatali. I may be wrong on it, but it's definitely crossed with something probably crazy hot. I'm just going to wait here before I eat it, until someone else comes along. How you doing, Spicy Jen? How you doing? If you're new to this channel, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. Hopefully everybody's day was doing good today. Mine was great. Spent it with Jen today. It was a perfect day. It would have been more perfect if I could have brought her home with me, but you know, powers to be says it's not time yet. She got it till about Tuesday now. Got pushed back a little bit, but she's doing good. But just wait a few more minutes. I'm gonna wait till about maybe like the 5 or 6 minute mark until I see somebody else comes. These peppers are getting a little soft, but I mean, I haven't been eating too many pods lately due to everything that's been going on. They're grown by Jason Beard. I'll have the link to his email in the description at the end of the video. Hopefully everybody's doing well today, but I'm doing pretty good myself. Hopefully these peppers light me up a little bit. But it's going to be the back side of it where I get the 3 a.m. wake up call from the pepper hitting my digestion tract. It's never a fun thing. So let's just hope if someone else comes along in the next couple minutes and I'll start munching on these pods. So let's give it to about the 5 minute mark. I'll go at the 5 minute mark regardless, but it should be all right. This is Eastern Standard Time, so maybe we'll probably get a couple of people in from California. It'll be a little early, so well, hopefully. But nonetheless, these are called the pink hornets. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure what they're grown by, what they're crossed with. But as you can see, they got that little stinger. Tiny little ones. Kind of looks like a little, like a primatali kind of pepper. But I'm going to wait till about the 5 minute mark until I eat these. Like to say, if you're new to this channel, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll do more content coming up. I got peppers coming in on either tomorrow or Saturday. This is a pink hornet grown by Jason Beard. So at the 5 minute mark, I will munch this. So just sit back, relax. If you have something spicy, well, hey, how's it going, Bob? How you doing? So if you have something spicy, we could share the heat. You know, you could tell me where you're at with the heat level, and I'll tell you where I'm at when I'm done eating these pods. So we're here to feel the burn. That's what I'm going to do. So we got about a minute and 10 seconds before I eat this. So how was everybody's day today? Hope everybody had a great day. Weather was kind of nice. Well, started off kind of nice, got cloudy, and then it rained most of the day. But it's all good. These are the pink hornets. The ones I wanted to do a couple, like, was it last week when I was, instead of eating the RB003 and the Dragon's Breath. So these ones right here, I don't know if how hot they're going to be or not, but I like that yellow Nisma. I ate it last night. I underestimated that pod very much. I mean, I should have probably never done that. I should have listened to Pepper Paul when he said that one was pretty hot. But, you know, it brought the heat and then some. Yeah, I definitely cramped up pretty bad after a couple hours later. All right, it's the 5 minute mark, so I'm gonna eat the first one to see what this is like. It's a little on the soft side. I want to say it has like a little bit on the floral note. Maybe because it's a little on the soggy side. The burns on the tongue, mainly on the back and on the sides. I think it's going to be a slow builder, but give it a minute, it'll probably pick up. Feels like it's kind of like a migratory burn. I think it's moving to the back of the throat a little bit. I want to say it's primarily on the tongue, going to the back of the throat a little bit. I want to say I'm at a 6, but I don't know yet. It's still growing. But it's not a rapid grower or builder. Going to wait a few more minutes on this one before I eat the second one. But I'm not saying it's going to be much higher than a 6 on this, maybe a 7. Because this one's primarily just on the tongue right now. I just kind of staying on the tongue with a touch on the back of the throat. Definitely don't have any. I'm not saying it doesn't have any primatol in it, but if it was a primatol, it had any kind of primatol in it, it would be constantly, all the way in the back of the throat. And the burn would have been a little bit more instant, like instantaneously as soon as you take a bite out of it. This one probably got me up to a 4 on the first bite. But yeah, it's definitely a good tasty pod. Like a non-chili head would probably be on a panic mode. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a few more minutes before I eat the second one. But I want to say right now, it's like around the sides of the tongue and on the back of the tongue. I want to say right now, I'm probably down to about a 5. Just going to let it drop down a little bit, then I'll eat the second one. But yeah, I'll have the link to Jason Beer's email in the description at the end of the video. You can pick up some. Hey, what's going on, Junior? How you doing today? I ate a pink hornet, and then in a couple minutes I'm gonna eat another one. How you doing today, bud? But yeah, I feel like I dropped down to about a 4. But yeah, it's a good pod. I don't know how well I'm going to handle the second one because, I mean, it was on the floral side. I'm going to do a little bit of a rinse. Tea didn't do anything, so it didn't really calm it down or anything. It's no problem. You do the same, brother. So I'm going to do this. Ooh. Got the pepper hiccups there. Ooh. That doesn't usually happen on too many pods. Happened to me last night on a pod I ate. This one feels like it's moving back to the throat a little bit now with the burn, but the burn's still at about a 4 right now. Low 5, high 4. But excuse me. In another minute, like 2 minutes, I'll eat this. You can go after chase the burn on this one. Got a feeling this one's going to be a little bit hotter because I'm chasing the other heat, other burn with the other pepper. Ooh. But this one's going to be this pepper is going to be the one that's going to hurt me the most. I know it will. But it's a good way to clear out the box. I still got 4 more pods after this. Okay, it just dropped down to about a 3. It's a little bit more in the back of the tongue. Still feel it a little bit, but it's nothing to panic about. All right. Has anybody else ever tried one of these pods? I don't think I did. I am. I'm not going to rush myself with this. I say I'm going to wait till I get a little bit less tingle on my tongue before I do this because, like I said, I'm not going to really rush myself into it because really I can't do this during the contest on October 4th, but I just going to have to go at their pace. But this is my pace right now. I'm just trying to build my tolerance up a little bit more. All right. I dropped down to a 2, which is good. I want to say right now, it kind of almost feels like after I ate some hot wings and I still have that little taste of the hot sauce and my mouth's still tingling. So that's what's probably happening right now. You too, Bob. Thank you for stopping. Have a great evening. But I think it kind of almost like it came in like hit like a habanero, but without the stinginess. Close to a ghost pepper, I want to say, with the kind of heat. Not quite a million Scoville. This is definitely probably about 850,000 Scoville, maybe 900,000. All right, let me do this real quick. Get this pepper ready. All right. Okay, the second pink hornet. There we go. This is going to take me back up. This one's probably going to get me a little bit higher than the first one. But here we go. The second pink hornet. Whew. That one was a little bit more floral with a touch of citrusness. I want to also probably say it also has a touch of small floral note. I mean, earthy note, but it's more on the citrusy and floral. You like that, Dad's going, yeah. It was pretty, it was borderline rough right there, I want to say. Because that first one, after that first one, I think the burn, the heat from the last pepper kind of made me do that. This is where all the heat's going to be at back here. This is where the placenta is. But nonetheless, the second bite of this. Okay, I can feel the burn in the back of the mouth. I'm not really feeling too much other heat, at least not yet. If I haven't felt it yet, I mean, as I'm talking, I can still feel, I can feel a little bit, but I feel that it's going to be building back up. It probably won't do anything to me until after I get up and move around and then sit down. But I can feel it. I can feel it in the back of the throat now. This is more like a burn, like a throat burn. Not so much on the tongue like the first one, but it's definitely some burn. But as I'm talking, I can feel the heat growing. But it's like I said, my tongue is numb. I can feel it growing on my tongue a little bit now. It's in the middle. Tongue is throbbing a little bit. Not really doing too much else. I know, like the part I had last night, almost instantaneously, I broke into tears on my, like, I had about 2 or 3 tears. All this pod did right here was heat up the tongue, gave me a couple hiccups, but it was a pretty good pepper. If I would have eaten it at like one of the first few pods instead of warming up, like waiting until the last few minutes of the box, it would have been a little bit better. It would have been better when it was crunchier, but it was a soft pod. I want to say right now my mouth is probably at a high 4. It's not going to climb anymore. I think it plateaued already. But yeah, I'll have the link to Jason Beard in the description below. Hey, how you doing, bud? How you doing? Just ate 2 pink hornets from Jason Beard, madman at the pepper grower as he is. Yeah, this burn right here on the second one is definitely, I'm doing well, thank you. How about yourself? This burns primarily just on the tongue. I want to say as I'm talking, the air is hitting it, and I'm still in and around a 4, low 5, but that's being generous. It's still trying to grow a little bit, but that's only after the second pod. The pepper was a little bit hotter than what I was going to give it credit for, but this particular pod, I'm thinking it's probably closer, maybe like a little hotter than a habanero. Not quite a ghost pepper. But the first one I had, it definitely hit about an 800,000 Scoville. Not quite like a ghost, but it was definitely pretty hot. Yeah, that one would have been good if you would have just ate with your dinner, cut it up, mix it in some spaghetti, make a salsa with it, or do something like that. I'm not going to disclose my area, but I'm from Pennsylvania. That's as far as I want to go. I'm not going to disclose where else. It's going to be Pennsylvania. Yeah, as I talk a little bit more, like I said, the burns on the back of the tongue, a little bit on the roof of the mouth. I'm probably at a 3 right now. I dropped down to a 3. Feels like my ears are building up with the pressure a little bit, so they're going to be popping soon. Not too much. Nice. About time they started doing that. Yeah, I'm going to say I just dropped down to a 2. Mouth's kind of feeling like, after you ate, I don't know, like 10 really hot chicken wings, you still got a little bit of sauce on your mouth, and, it's got a warm feeling. It's not so much, like I said, it's not so much a catastrophic mouth burn, but if I didn't really prep, I mean, I prepped pretty good, so I mean, it's not gonna affect me too much. At least I hope not. But now I'm down to a 2, just about ready to hit 1. Yeah, that was definitely a good part. All right, Bob, you too. Be safe. Yeah, it's dropping pretty quick. I'm down to a 1. The mouth is still tingling a little bit, but not quite at ground level, but it's at a 1. In another minute or 2, I should be down to the ground level. Yeah, it didn't hit real hard, but like if it was, like I said, a non-chili head would have ate those pods. They would have hit everything but almost a complete, they would have been at a complete 9. Maybe a 10. Yeah, this pod right here, that definitely brought a little bit of heat. More so the first one than the second one. But yeah, I think I just dropped down to the ground level, so it's not too bad right now. The heat's hardly ever. It's almost non-existent, except for maybe a little bit on the back of the lip, maybe on the corner. But it's not. It's pretty much over with the pepper. Yeah, so if you're new to this channel, please like, share, and subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. Hit that notification button so when I go live, you know I'm going live. I may go live early tomorrow, earlier in the afternoon. I'll make a post about it if I am, and I still got like 4 pods left. I might do the the White Reaper. It's a pretty big pod, so I'm gonna have to do that one in 2 bites. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna have to do this one tomorrow. This thing's almost as big as a little bit bigger than a golf ball. So it'll be 2 bites. So it's going to be the White Reaper. I don't know how hot it's going to be. It might only be like 1,000,000 Scoville, because those green and mustard pods may not get much higher than 1,000,000 Scoville. So we'll find out tomorrow. But yeah, I'm going to get off now. Tell somebody you love them. And I'll catch you tomorrow on my next live stream. I'm Chili Phil, and this is Phil the Burn.